Alright, hello, this is Guark coming back with a new series. Yes, we are coming back with it. This is F1 2025. We're going to do a My Team Career series on it. I'm going to hope, be very exciting. I'm just going to be talking over this. I'm going to be talking over most of them, to be fair, but this is just me making my team. It's part zero, so there's going to be no racing in this one, but I mean, you get to see me design a car, so that's pretty cool. Obviously right now I'm just picking what type of my team I want and all that, which is quite exciting. I decided to do some of the icons. So what I mean by some, I have turned off a couple just to be a little bit more realistic, because of course, is Michael Schumacher or Senna going to be getting in a car anytime soon? I don't think so. Whereas, you never know, Coulthard's still doing stunts for Red Bull, he might come back. Mark Webber, Jenson Button, they might all still come back. Next on is to designing me, and I was a complete loss for what name to make him, so I made him, when it decides to start, there we go, Bob Marley. We are Bob Marley, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Jamaica has brought an F1 team. Not brought, he has made an F1 team, sorry. And we are making this. It's going to be one of the best F1 teams, no matter what is happening in the background. It's going to be one of the best F1 teams on the grid. This is the guy I chose, looks most like Mr. Bob. So we picked him. Just a generic man of ethnicity. Now onto the backgrounds. I don't know what I'm doing with any of this. I'm going to guess this is like where we are in the grid. Advanced, I guess, is like midfield, whereas basic is like back marker, like Haas and Sauber. And then development, once again, just go in midfield again, I think I went with. Yeah, there we go, I went with some. And then with this one, I went with more, just because I don't want to be in the midfield forever, obviously that's a bit boring. Onto the team name, bit generic. This is the Guark F1 channel, so it's the Guark F1 team. I think there's nothing else said about why I made that my name, of course. Other than, yeah, channel name, why wouldn't it? Onto the colours, and it's just the the colours of my channel profile picture, so, you know, nothing else really much said about that. It's just dark red, dark blue, and, as it will show in a minute, a black background. And that was pretty much it with it. But onto this, so I think it's quite obvious which one we should go for, just because look at the money it makes us. Weekly income is the lowest, but we have the highest bonus and the highest signing bonus, so we went with Xeon, which isn't really that bad. We just need to score 10 constructor points in a season, which is quite easy as a midfield team. Onto the engine, once again, it's a bit easy. The second most powerful and the most durable, we went with Mercedes. Try and look at maybe an Aston Martin level to start off with. Apart from the fact we are going to have 2 Lance Strolls, in the word of F2 drivers. No offence to the drivers we are going to pick, once I discovered that I can actually already sign Legends and the esports lads and the Connor Sport people, which is coming up in a minute. There it is, Kaylee Meyer and Aiden Jackson, which I was going to be honest, I'm a bit surprised about. But we picked Richard Verschoor and Jack Crawford from the Netherlands and America respectively. You know, trying to put USA back on the map in F1, because, you know, it's not represented enough today in F1, obviously. But onto the car, I wanted to keep the car a secret. This menu, the activities, I remember this from the last time I did my team, because I haven't done my team in a while. We just set up activities for everyone. Apart from this time, it's activities for each and every separate area. Instead of your, I think it was the second driver last time, I hadn't done my team in a while. But now you're doing it for the 4 separate areas of your F1 team. First of all, just being the owner, we have a couple of emails, nothing I really care about, just skip through that. We have owner training as well, fan rating, performance and results, nothing else we really need to care about. And there's a owner training tree, which is a bit boring. onto the upgrades, and this bit I didn't understand at all. I was just thinking, oh, spend money, that probably upgrades it, and yeah, we pretty much lost all our money. I think I would have had a better job going to Vegas, not for racing, but instead for a bit of gambling. I probably would have made more off of it. But anyway, sometimes you have to do what the team asks for, and improving the facilities is what you have to do. Title sponsors is that. And next up is what the car is actually going to look like on the track. Can I get a drum roll please for everyone in the audience? What is the car going to look like? She's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Uses the 3 team colours. The sponsors are actually in quite realistic locations compared to where the game usually puts them, which I like. Our title sponsor slapped around the car on the side pod, rear wing and front wing. Our mini sponsors slapped everywhere else. But now enjoy this time lapse of me putting it all together. I was now done with the car, decided to have a look at it, and then I realised you can also change the number as well, which decided to go for the circle design as it is very prominent on the front of the car, so I had a couple more circles to it. What's the harm in that? I had another look and I realised that the advertising on the front is quite ugly and doesn't really go with the rest of the car, so I changed the sponsor and put it a little bit more forward to make the car look a little bit cleaner. And then I think we can just skip to the grid reveal really, unless there's anything the game wants to stop me about, which probably will. Yep, here comes Toto Wolff's evil Asian twin to talk about who I want to be scouting in the future, and discovering that I can scout absolutely everybody, including my own drivers for some reason. I decided to go with a face that's pretty well known in F1, Franco Colapinto. Good driver, currently a free agent in the game, but would actually be a good future for the team, maybe to replace Jack Crawford. Had a look that maybe we could get a second, but anyone that sort of looked worth it wasn't really worth it, and I'm speaking about you, Lance Stroll, so we decided just to scout the one for now and go to the grid. I must say, when I was actually doing this in real life, I loved how like all F1-y everyone looked, and it cut to us there, and we look so out of place. It's actually sort of funny, but oh well, it's only going to be for a year. We'll probably rebrand. I usually do in my team to Brawn or actual car, like Koenigsegg or something. No, I always rebrand to other teams. Bugatti, I don't know. Who should be granted a simulator? I wanted Vershaw to be the face of the team, of course. I wanted to put Netherlands back on the map after Max's downfall, with McLaren now being the greatest car on the grid. You know, I wanted to put Netherlands back on the map. So Richard Vershaw was my primary, which after reading I did select. Then I guess we can just advance pretty much to the end. And then I saw a little notification over the R&D area. And I think this is where I discover it, and not everyone knows about this, so I'm going to talk about it. it's actually separated. So last time you went into the R&D, brought something, and that would just be it. In about 15 days, that would just be put on the car. But in this, first you research it, wait 15 days, then you have to develop it, put it onto the car in the slot, and then you have to assign it. And you only have a certain amount of development slots as well, which is pretty fun. So I think that would be a really cool feature. Hopefully it doesn't get too in the way and make us lose a bunch of time. There's also history and management, but I don't think anything is really that important. We can also improve the facility, which you can for all of them. But I do like how they've now done the R&D. It's a lot different, it's a lot newer, and yeah, I like it. Onto tyre allocation, and I decided to go on the softer one where you get 2 soft tyres in Q2 and we don't get any softs in FP1. And I wanted to drive as the Dutchman himself, Richard Vasseur, for my first ever race, which is where we'll be bringing this video to a close. Thank you for watching part 0, and have a good one. Goodbye.